Good day to you, partner. I'm keen, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp.
Hey guys, Wheat Solo here, aka the Skeleton King. Sorry, my audio is going to be a bit different because I'm actually staying in a hotel room right now. Funny enough, it was a very good deal. Literally $33 after every single tax and fee they love to hide. And so the Skelly King took it, baby. My graduation present for myself, I guess. Anyways, I doubt these walls are very thick. What is this video? What are we doing? Why am I wasting your time? Somebody wanted me to check out Act 3 Cold Merc DPS, and this actually started me off on a very interesting journey. This first video is what I'd say is basically close to BIS for him. I was able to hit the second to the last breakpoint. This was playing on Pluggy, so I didn't want to bother with cores. And I have, Nightwing, Death Fathom, very good items, Medusa's Gaze, another very good item, standard gloves, a Snow Clash, arguably the best belt, especially if you have some cores. And, I use Declone Boots to get that. You might be thinking I'm doing the exact same version again. I'm not. I'm actually testing a Arachnid Mesh instead of the Snow Clash, and this is to hit the highest FCR breakpoint. And what you'll find very interesting is that his DPS is lower. Now, plus skills scale Merc skills way too well. I actually think the way they've redesigned Mercs is fantastic, especially the Act 3 Merc. They're all so useful. But maybe plus skills is a little too good for them. Anyways, it's also really important to note that Blizzard is basically just better than Ice Blast, even for single target DPS. And so I think he might have casted Blizzard a couple times less in this second kill. Anyways, basically, what's the priority, guys? It's going to be plus skills and FCR. And I think, maybe the last break point is going to cost you a bit to get. And so if you have to give up a bunch of plus skills to get it, then don't worry about it. And one of the interesting things is that with a Death Fathom and a Nightwing, you actually don't need facets. If you look at the Merc Cold Mastery and how it scales really well to 32, which he's going to get when he's level 92. And basically at that point it drops off, but you already get 65 Pierce and a ton of Cold Mastery. Now in this video, I actually show him using just a Griswold set with no facets. I'm going to throw in facets and then just do a couple of random Merc kills afterwards. By the way, he's not actually going faster. I just put it to ×3 speed because it was very slow. So why is this so much slower? Well, he's losing plus skills. But if Cold Mastery is so good for them, then why are the plus skills so important? Well, if you looked at their Ice Blast and their Blizzard scaling, it's all base damage. And what I mean by base damage, it's like a spell, you don't think of it that way, is that every plus skill to Ice Blast or Blizzard increases their minimum damage by 10 and their maximum damage by 11 and 14 respectively. So the important thing is even if their mastery starts to get very bad around skill level 32, where you're basically only getting 4 mastery for every plus skill, that's pretty good, by the way. You are increasing their base damage, which is going to be multiplied by all of their pre-existing mastery and any mastery you have on them by another 10 damage. It's going to add to the skill, and then it's going to calculate the mastery on top of that. So for instance, let's say he's doing 300 damage per Blizzard and Ice Blast. He gets 10 more, and he has 300% mastery. Well, that 10 damage isn't 10 damage. It's actually 30 damage. So that's one way to look at it. Now, obviously the Act 3 Merc is one of the best Mercs in the game, but there are 2 other Act 3 Mercs. One is the Fire Merc, which does pretty legitimate damage, but he has Cleansing Aura, which is very, very, very useful. In fact, with the changes to CDR, it could be a great Merc to just throw on any build. But that's not the interesting thing that happened because of this video. The interesting thing that happened because of this video is I decided to experiment finally with the Act 3 Light Merc on my Amazon. And what did I find? I found that the Act 3 Light Merc is possibly the best Merc in the game. If anyone out there is watching this right now, although the Cold Merc has so many useful things about him, whether it's his CC, his just solid damage, AoE and pretty single target DPS is still solid, not good. 3,000 or 4,000 is nothing to write home about, but it's something. And he also has some AoE damage thanks to his Pierce and his Blizzard. But the Act 3 Light Merc has Static Shock. Now I might have mentioned that Static Shock sucks now. Kind of. If Static Shock sucks, but I'm saying it's the reason why he's so good, why? Remember how I was talking about how broken Crushing Blow is now that it splashes? Well, what if I told you that there was an ability in the game that's basically Crushing Blow, but it affects a whole screen rather than a small melee splash radius? Exactly. Think about it, guys. Skelly King out. GG.
Come play with us. Come play with us, Daddy.